Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Rahul. I'm the head of paid at Reach Digital, and on this channel we talk about everything to do with paid ads and e-commerce. In this video I'll be talking about my top 10 copywriting tips in order to get more conversions on your landing page. Before starting this video, I'd like to give a quick shout out to the Foxhole founders group. The amount of value you can get in this group is truly unbelievable. You get access to some of the top marketers and operators in the world in the e-commerce industry who constantly talk about what is working today. They also have free monthly audits for your brand or clients, and also have amazing resources that you can use to learn on a weekly basis. So if you're interested in joining the Foxhole founders group, I'll leave a link to it in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys there. With that being said, let's get started into the video. So the first tip I'll talk about is actually the call to action button on your landing pages. Your call to action button shouldn't just say get started or shop now. It should tell a user the exact step they're going to be taking in order to produce the action or the commitment. There are plenty of brands and examples out there that do a great job of showing just that. For example, if you're a fashion brand, you don't want to just simply say shop now. You want to add in something like upgrade my closet. Changing the copy on that button can actually help influence the buyer into actually buying your product. Tip number 2 is actually have a very strong hook and then explain a bit more about it. Grab attention with a benefit-rich statement, then explain to the customer how your product gets them there with ease. What we've noticed on our side is the hook is one of the most important concepts when it comes to copywriting on a landing. Your hook is going to do half the job in order to get the user to actually scroll through your page. Coming in at number 3 is actually to be concise and clear. Now this is something that plays a key part in your headline as well as your hook. Simple yet witty copy helps inspire the user to keep scrolling. For us, the best way we've actually found to think of copy like this is try and figure out how you could explain it to a 5-year-old. When you think about it in that type of concept and logic, you'll ideally try and minimize the amount of words you're using and reduce the complexity. Think of a way that you can explain your product or your idea to someone in less than 10 words. Coming in at number 4 is the ability to replace buzzwords. Cut out the use of complex words and replace them with more simple phrases. Instead of using words like supercharge, use words like improve instead. Majority of the audience that you'll be marketing to unfortunately does not have a high reading ability, so it's best to keep the words as simple as possible. Using those complex words unfortunately does not make your brand sound or look even smarter. So try to keep it simple and sweet and make sure it's to the point. The next tip is to actually showcase the demand of your brand or product with your copy. The objective of this type of copy is to actually tell your user how great your product actually is with some real life statistics. Now a lot of people are running quiz signups and collecting leads, so this could be a great example of talking about those. Another thing you can do is talk about the amount of reviews you actually have on your product, both on Amazon or D2C. Number 6 is one of my personal favorite. It's the ability to actually reduce friction by showing some data. Due to social media and how we actually consume content these days, our consideration span is much smaller. So in this case, we'd want to use numbers to show the ease of use when it comes to using your actual product. If we look in e-commerce, we can use this type of copy in situations where if we have a fat loss product or something like that, we can talk about the consumption of this product will help us lose weight in X amount of days. That kind of gives the customer a rough idea of what they'll expect when they're actually using your product. Number 7 talks about problem, agitate, and solution. Address the main problem your visitors have, agitate it with a short statement, and then provide your product as the main solution to their problem. This type of copy can be used throughout the page, but it's highly recommended to use it in the headline or just below it. If you aren't too confident in writing this type of copy, I'd highly recommend to use a tool like Copy AI or Jasper, which can actually help create copy for you. Tip number 8 is actually a how it works section. This is something I've seen across some very successful e-commerce brands, and I think it is simply amazing. All this section entails is how a user can actually use your product and how it will actually help them make their lives better. This section is actually very helpful when it comes to converting a customer. It usually helps walk through the education phase of how to actually use your product. Again, you want the section to be very simple, a headline and a sub-headline, along with 3 action steps a user just needs to take. Coming in at number 9 is actually the use of questions in your headline or your copy directly. The use of rhetorical questions can actually help a user drive action. In a scenario like this, you want to ask a user a compelling question that ideally is pointing towards a call to action button. For example, if I'm a fitness brand, I could say something like, don't think our workouts can help you lose weight in 30 days. This almost puts a challenge in front of the customer and intrigues them towards clicking the call to action button. And the final tip of the video is to actually weave in features with your benefit. Talk about the root issue that your product is actually solving for a customer. Your feature is ideally going to tell a user what and how your product will help them, and then your benefit will come in and tell them why. So that's the end of the video. Again, this was a really quick video. My sole purpose on this channel is to provide value in less than 10 minutes to you guys. If you did find this helpful, share it with a marketer or a friend that might need some copywriting tips. Again, if you have any questions or any new video recommendations, please leave them in the comment section below and I'll make sure to check it out as soon as I can. If you guys want to work with our agency or check out the Foxhole group, I'll leave the link in the comment section below. Till then, I'll see you guys next time.